Alright, welcome back. Looks like I forgot to update the old, what do we call? Alright, welcome back. Looks like I forgot to update the old GitHub um, pushes, so I just did that. Forgot to save it, so I had to rewrite it. But anyways, here we are. We got our object, we're moving, and he's chasing us. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a few things. Let's make him a little bit more smarter. So we have a health bar inside our enemy, and he has 15 health. So let's say if I shoot him, he loses a health because the health is not dependent on anything except the moment the callback comes. So when the bullet hits him, he loses a health. So what we say is inside our shooter AI, if he loses health, he can go straight into aggressive and attack you. And what we can do is we're going to add him a new attack. So what we're going to do is we're going to add him an attack where, let's say, while he's being aggressive towards you, he gets to a certain, what do we call, a certain distance, and once he gets to that distance, he aims at you and then he shoots you and then he goes back into aggression. So now if you ran away, he's going to come back closer and do the exact same thing. So let's add that at least. All right, and the first thing we're going to do is we are going to add a new state. So first things first, we're going to add a new state, call it shoot, and the next thing we're going to do is we're actually going to include a health bar, right? And then we're going to go inside here and let's just make a health bar pointer, call it health. All right, and we're gonna add one more thing and call it current health. Okay, so the current health keeps track of what the current health is and it checks whether our original health got changed or not. And we can do something like if the enemy loses health, but if he gains health, like, he does nothing or something. But for now, let's just say if he loses health or if it's health change. So let's initialize this. We got health equals to get component, health bar, and then we say from node, because it's inside node, and then we say current health equals to health dot get health. Right, and now it's connected. All right, so now that these things are connected, what we're gonna do is we can actually now write that logic. So let's just say if our current health does not equal to health dot get health, right, we can do a state equals to aggressive, or we can just do the change state function. I remember we had that aggressive, so we can switch it to aggressive. Let's change the weight to 1.0f so it doesn't go into search immediately. And what we can do is we can change a few more things in here where we can say that search also searches for you, so he moves towards you, and aggressive just moves towards you faster. Okay, all right, so now that we have our change state, our weight, and then we also have to make sure that the current health equals to health dot get health, right? And that's so it doesn't just stay in aggressive forever, right? Because we didn't do anything to change it except that. All right, so now that we're in aggressive, let's do an if logic to get us towards shoot. So we'll do something like if the distance, so we'll just go into Unigine math distance, and we'll say the distance between node get world position and main character get world position is less than, let's say 10.0f. Let's just say it's 10 feet away. All right, we can change state to shoot. All right, and now with this, we have to make our new case and shooter AI shoot. And let's just break it. So now we're in shoot. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a time. So let's say it's in a specific thing. We're going to first take a specific time, and if we get into that time, then we shoot. And to do that, we also need another variable. So we need a weight or a float, and we need the float to be called current time. All right, good enough. Let's initialize that to 0 so it doesn't give us any overflow errors or any of that stuff. And then over here, we're gonna do current time equals to Unigine game get time. Right, so it gets the specific time. Then we can do something like if in brackets we do this. So if in brackets current time plus the amount of time you're waiting for. So like let's say if he's been aiming at you for 1 second, is this then Unigine game get time. Then we could do something like shoot, right? And we can have a function called shoot, which basically just, we'll just write right here, void shoot basically is Unigine log message bam, not ham, bam, right? So he shot you. Okay, so once he shoots you, then we can say we could go back into aggressive, right? And now he's gonna go and move towards you. Now inside shoot, I said he'll still aim at you, so we're still gonna keep that rotate towards, but we're not gonna make it now we can change the value, so we're not gonna make it that fast. That's too fast, so we're gonna do a 0.01. The next thing we're gonna do is when we're in search, let's actually make it that he's also moving towards you. Okay, so we can write that here. And there's one more thing, is we want to vary in the movement. So what we can do is we can just do over here a float or an int. I'm just going to choose int speed. It's a little bit easier to just use flat ints, and we can add it over here a little bit, because if you want your the speed to be like a whole number, go ahead with int. And I'm just going to choose int, and now we have these functions, and now we're going to have some errors saying that we didn't do anything. So in our original idle one, he can just move in 1 step. In our search, he could go at 3, and in our aggressive, he could take like 6 or 5. 5 sounds cool enough. Okay, so now we got the object moving towards us aggressively, and once he gets to that position, then he's in aiming, and he aims for 1 second, shoots, and then goes back into trying to chase us. Now if we get out, he's going to chase us but slower, and we can make it, no wait, we can keep the rotation, we can move it slower, but he's still chasing us, right? And then I guess that's it. Let's try it out. Alright, so we have some problem right here, and it's saying main character got get well position. Now let's go back here and see where the main character is at. Alright, I figured out the problem, and that was I just didn't have the path initialized, so it was giving me an error. Alright, so now we have the object just moving. Let's take it and let's just shoot it. Alright, now he's chasing me. He's on search mode. Let's just make him aggressive. So now he's in aggressive mode and he's shooting me. Bam, bam, bam. Let's just move a little further away. And he's chasing me. Aggressive. Now let's just go on search. And he's coming at me, but much slower than when he's aggro. So, okay, so now he's stopped. He's going back to aggro. Let's just shoot him again. He's coming. Let's give him some time to relax. Now we can see, as you can see, he's aiming, shooting. His aiming is a little slow because we made it slow, a little bit easier for the character to chill, like that. As you can see, can't really aim. But anyways, so now we got this going, and that is our basic shooting mechanic. And what we can do is we can make him rotate in, like, let's say 0.02, a little bit faster. So now we got this. Let's just shoot him. Now he's aiming, he's aiming, he's aiming, and it's not as fast as the one we always had, but it's much more better. All right, and he's shooting, he's missing, blah blah blah, and we'll implement the shooting later. But we got the main functions ready. All right, so this is how you implement shooting and implement a new state inside our AI. And the next episode, we're gonna try to do different machines and different objects and go from there. And then make like a whole class full of different types of AIs, enemy AIs, some that are melee, some that are shooting, some that throw bombs or they hide or something like that. We'll make it as we get along. So for now, this is our basics, and I will see you guys next time. All right, goodbye.